Hey, 6th grade bears, now 7th grade bears, or whatever bears we're teaching. I'm at the Louvre in Paris, and unbelievable here, we've got some Egyptian primary sources right here. Take a look here. If I didn't know anything about Egypt, from this very primary source, from the time period, hieroglyphics, and this is the real deal, not a picture, this is what they found. Can we learn anything about this culture? Can we learn anything about their religion? Can we learn anything about their technology? What they were capable of? How did they treat their leaders? Were their leaders considered kings from God? Or were they actually gods? Amazing that we're finally seeing the stuff we study live. That's from about 1200 BC. We've seen it in the books, kids. Well, now we're seeing it live with Mr. Downs. 1294, 1279 BC. Once again, what can we learn about their culture, their decoration? What kind of jewelry did they wear? What animals were important? What do you think's happening in this scene? Why did they even make this? What's it for? Amazing. Oh, look at this fragment, the statue, Ramses II, 1200. Some people think that's who the Pharaoh was when Moses was doing his thing. But most people now think that was a couple of pharaohs earlier than that. Don't debate me on it. I have no idea. Just showing you. But look how rough this one is. This is an actual statue from back there. Pretty banged up. You're looking at 1200 BC, kids. Figure it out. How many years ago is that? How many thousands of years? We're at 2020, 1200 BC. 1200. How many years ago is that? From the times of Ramses II, we're looking at, once again, about 1200, 1279, 1213 reign. Debatable like everything. What animals did they do? What tools did they have? What was their society like? Can we learn anything about this fragment? Same era, 1200 BC. And what do you think about that? Mythical creature? Or did they have creatures that we don't have now? What's that? Is that a plant? What do we know about their agriculture? What do we know about their religious beliefs? Can we decipher their writing, their hieroglyphs? Once again, here you are, primary source. You're not reading about this in a secondary source that was written by somebody else describing it. I'm just giving you the actual archaeological evidence found in Egypt from the era of Ramses. And what do you think you could learn from this about that culture? Did they have writing? Did they have religion? If you're a 5th grader coming into 6th grade, it's an exciting year to learn about this stuff. More archaeological evidence from Ramses II. What can we learn about from those rings? What do you think? What do you think they're made of? How sophisticated were they to even make those? Who were they made for? Reveal an infant. Last couple. What can you tell just about the archaeological evidence, first of all? Does this look as clean? Does it look nicer? Secondly, if you go and watch this down, could you tell me the story that is happening here? What do you think's going on? This is from about 300 BC. Once again, Egypt. And there seems to be a story going on. And when you come to 6th grade this year, we will figure that story out. And if you're in my 6th grade class last year, welcome to the Louvre in Paris, France. Miss you guys. Hope you're having a great summer. Unbelievable. I'm getting to see all the stuff we study in the real deal presentation. Look at that, guys. Tutankhamun, King Tut, right here. Have a great summer, everybody. You guys are awesome. Read a book. Don't spend all your times on video games. Hit a museum, go to the beach, do some adventures. There's adventures right in your backyard. We've got museums right in Los Angeles. And I hope everybody's doing awesome. This is Mr. Downs. Have a great summer. Woo! Hey, Burbank Bears. Future Burbank Bears, 7th grade Burbank Bears. Check it out. This is the Louvre in Paris. We just did a quick tour. You could do 20 hours on this, but I don't think you'd watch it. But pretty amazing to see the very real, these are not replicas. These are the very real archaeological finds worth bazillions of dollars that we study on Google Images sometimes to find out about culture. So, hey, get off the couch, get off those video games, read a book, go to the beach. We hope everybody's doing great. Mr. Downs out. There's Alright guys, get rid of your mind blown on this one. Remember how we do our Stone Age tool, the first lesson of the year pretty much? Well, here you go. Real deal Stone Age tools, pots, weapons from 3800 BC. What do you think those two things are? What are these little items? Well, look at that. Can you believe this, guys? This is 3000 BC. 5,000 years ago. Tools of the Stone Age. Unbelievable. Woo! Ancient history's fun. Look at this. What do you think those are used for, guys? Weapons? Cutting? Look closely. Are they different? Anything different about the different ones? And one might be a weapon, one might be a cutter. What about these? What are these used for? Now guess what we're talking about, guys. 4000 BC. Wow. Alright guys, just a brief tour of the ancient views. Guess what else they have here? Hammurabi's Code. Guess what? Closed. Can you believe that? Hammurabi's Code. Our favorite thing to talk about all year. And they closed it while I'm here. Anyway, if you got a buddy there, if your parents, try to answer some of those questions based on the video. Do some homework, do some thinking, and we'll talk to you later. There you go, kids. The mummy. Actual mummy, actual body in there. Alright guys, I think this is the real deal right here. They set this up. This is like walking into one of the tombs. And this is where they got all the stuff we see in our books. The hieroglyphics. Oh, what's that? Culture, music. What's that? A flute. Some languages. Oh, what's this? Agriculture. Wheat. Trees. Oh, what's this? Type of animals they had. What's this? How they worked. Amazing what you learn from the hieroglyphics. Remember, this is ancient Egypt? Probably about 2000 BC. Look at that. Giant ships. Remember we talked about the ships? Well, guys, there you go. Not quite the same as being in Egypt, but pretty impressive. All the stuff we studied last year, and if you're a 5th grader coming up, or if you were in my class 20 years ago, that would have been with Mr. Ray. But a lot of that stuff's right here. Egypt, the pharaohs, 100 BC to 5000 BC. And of course, Hammurabi's Code, which which I was not able to get to because it's closed. Not happy with the Louvre because of that. History alive.